What a wild pop hunt. What a weird hunting trip. We saw so many things this year that we have never seen in any of our... We've been doing this now for what, 4 years, I feel like?
At least 4 years.
And we saw things we were not prepared to see, I think. First thing, scalpers. We saw so many of them this year.
I mean, typically we see 1 or 2, but we saw droves of them this year.
These things were selling out.
Yes.
I have never seen this happen before, especially on New York Comic Con. San Diego Comic Con, sometimes you get some things sold out, but we legitimately saw New York Comic Con pops selling out, and we had to go to stores and hope they'd be there. And it was like a big race and everything, but, you know, we saw a lot of things, but the biggest thing was, with scalpers, we literally, and I don't want to go into stores, and I don't want to go into details or anything like that, but we literally saw scalpers take entire sections of a certain pop, and a kid right behind it wanting it.
Yes, he was like, man, I really wanted that. That kind of sucks.
Kid takes the day off with his dad from school.
Yeah,
to go
dad takes
pop
the day
hunting.
off from work.
Yeah, and stuff like that happens. So a lot of this stuff really, it gave us a bad taste in our mouth going into the pop hunting.
Instantly, we were kind of like,
but
that's how the day is gonna go.
We don't want to make this whole video about that. We wanted to start off at Barnes & Noble because that was going to be the most, probably the hardest thing to get. We wanted the Chrome Batman, and you wanted Grindelwald. Grindelwald was sort of one you wanted. But Chrome Batman was the big kahuna here or whatever. So we started off our day at Barnes & Noble. Unfortunately, we were a little late because we were dealing with the website last night, trying to run that and get links and everything, and Funko wanted to take forever to do this, along with these stores. And it started raining, so it put us off a little schedule. Yeah, we got there right when they were opening the doors. There was already a line there. We saw lines. That was another thing.
A line of like 15, 20
didn't
people.
see that ever in our area either. So we get in there, we figured there's probably not going to be much, and there really was, and everything was sold out. So we turned in and walked right back out. Went to another Barnes & Noble.
Take 2. Maybe.
Behind the camera.
So we get to the next Barnes & Noble and we find an employee so we could find the pops. And she tells us, well, there was a line this morning and everyone snatched up Batman within 30 seconds. So we kind of like, oh, of course they did.
Yeah, what's left of them? We have people waiting for
Oh.
before the store opens. I think they got all the Batman within 30 seconds. Oh, okay. Okay, thank you. You're welcome. They have a ton of Grindelwalds though.
His eye doesn't look as silver as it did in the pictures.
No, it's blue.
This all looks good though.
Silverac? Yeah, he does look good.
Well, at least we can get a Grindelwald.
Every box is burned or smashed or ruined. I'm not buying one of these if they're all that.
So as we're looking over Grindelwald, I'm not really impressed because his eye wasn't as bright and sparkly as I thought it was going to be. And the boxes all kind of sucked. They were a little dinged up and bent, and the paint jobs weren't all that great. So I was kind of like, I guess I think I'll pass on this one.
Slightly let down, right?
Yeah, just a little bit.
So it was apparent we weren't going to get a Chrome Batman today. That was apparent. I'm going to have to mark it off my list, unfortunately. I wanted it, but you know, you win some, you lose some. Sort of sucks, but whatever. But we were here at Barnes & Noble, so we decided to take a trip around the store.
Yeah, in the words of Winston Churchill, never let a good crisis go to waste. And since we were having such a terrible day at
we were having a pop crisis.
That's right. We're like, let's see what we can find.
Well, I'm sorry you're not going to get your Batman.
Hogwarts.
Ooh.
Something.
Is it a puzzle?
Well, what's this? Oh, it's a... Oh, they're calling it a money box, but...
Oh. A piggy bank, you mean?
The mug's cool, though.
That was cool. Oh, it changes color.
Oh, look, they have a ton of those.
I love these. I think that they're so fascinating. Like, Nagini is one of my favorite ones of the creature line.
Yeah, Nagini's cool. Hungarian horntail's neat, too.
Yeah. The Ukrainian iron belly.
$30, though. Is that high?
Yeah.
They're heavy, though.
Oh, sorry. Look, they have a Gringotts goblin.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's very cool.
That one I like.
Oh, I love these.
Oh, they got a whole Harry Potter side.
Look at Fox.
The two-headed dog?
Three-headed dog.
Or three-headed dog? My bad.
Fluffy.
That's cool.
This is Fox.
Look,
That's Fluffy.
they've got Fox and that one too.
Look, Dobby. Hedwig. Oh my
But now you had to pick one that you like. That's the hard part. You got a lot of choices, so good luck with that. Really? Hedwig?
Yeah.
Going with Hedwig?
Of course.
Okay.
That or Dobby. I
But
don't
he's
know who I
good.
want more.
Everybody's bad but him. Dobby's cool.
No, Fox isn't
But you
bad.
have that 1/8 or that
That's true, I
1/6
do.
scale Dobby coming. Oh, these aren't
Noble
they are
collection?
noble, yeah.
See, I like these, however, I don't like
They
the
don't have a
packaging.
nice box, yeah.
Yeah, I like the ones that have the ribbon and they look like they're coming from an actual wand shop instead of just like, hey, let's check out this marketing.
They have an amazing Harry Potter collection. They had plushies, they had wands, they had books, but most importantly, from Noble Collection, they had the magical creatures line.
Yeah.
And I've had my eyes on these for a while, and I was kind of waiting to see them in store. And when I saw them, I was like, I gotta have them. They're so awesome.
It was a good trade-off for the pop, I feel like,
Yeah,
right?
definitely. I mean, they had so many different creatures, and it was kind of hard to decide.
It was.
But in the end, Hedwig won out. So let's take a look at her up close. Now this case, guys, is so freaking nice. It's a really thick plastic encasement. It has kind of like a wood grain edging around
Framing
it.
almost,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's beautiful. Whoa, look at the base. As soon as you pop the base off, you have books, you have the Marauders map, and of course you have Harry's wand. Now we also have Hedwig sitting on a stack of books, and what's really cool about this is you can take her off and set her to the side and kind of pose it differently, or you can set her on top of the smaller book and then she will kind of lock on there and you can have her as this really cool display. Now we paid $30 for this and I thought, that's a pretty good deal since it's, you know, $15 for the Grindelwald. I thought, what a decent trade-off.
And they do have a little weight to them.
Yeah, they do.
And being Noble Collections, that's the brand you want to stick with. If you're
Yes.
collecting anything Harry Potter, you want to go to Noble Collections because they're the ones that do the proper wands and they're the ones that do really
They do
anything that's
Ollivander's
good.
wands.
Yeah, they do anything that's really good. But she wasn't the only one that came out
Nope.
on top from Barnes & Noble. They had a clearance section
Yes, they
that had
did.
my name on it. Oh look, the famous Wookiee mask.
Do you want some legacy seconds?
I have a. Yes, I do. I do need that actually. Yes, the heck I do. $50 for the Legacy Samba
You don't have it.
with a crappy box.
Can you find it anywhere else?
No, I gotta get it.
Wow.
I don't have a choice.
Sold.
What kind of pop hunting day is this?
A toy hunting day, not a pop hunting
This,
day.
this turned into a toy hunting day. So I had to get it. You can't blame me,
I
right?
know.
You couldn't blame me. I got a Saba sword. Used to have this when I was a kid. Just a little plastic one. It was okay. It was great. When I was a kid, I loved it. I was awesome. I fought everybody, beat everybody up with it. Well, this thing's been sort of sold out for a little while, so I was really, really excited to get it. They're typically a little over $100. I got this on clearance for $50.
$50, and the box really isn't that bad.
Yeah, it's not in that bad a shape. I thought it was originally in the store, but boy, when I saw that you showed me, I was like, yes, I have to have it.
Do you have this? Do you need this? You're like, yes!
I also had to convince myself that I didn't really need the Chrome Batman, even though in my head I was like, man, I wish I had that Chrome Batman.
We're gonna make the best out of a bad
Yeah,
situation.
best out of a bad situation. I got the Saba. The heck with that Chrome Batman. I got the
That's
Saba.
right.
So next we head to GameStop to check out these 8-bit pops. Let's see what they're all about. Mainly for the Batman, of course, and the Shredder. That's cool. Oh, look.
The Triumphant cup and it lights up.
Mhm.
Whoa.
It was traded for
Pretty
19
cool.
for credit.
Oh,
Look, these are,
Hogwarts
we just got back. These things are $10 less. Is that what it says, $20?
$20 for the basilisk. Buckbeak's 25.
So as we're looking through this awesome Harry Potter section, we realize that they have the magical creatures that we just purchased cheaper. Just our luck. It's raining, pops are sold out. This day is not going our way.
But hopefully GameStop will pay off when we get to the counter.
What all do you
Forgot.
have in?
I have.
sold a bunch of these this morning?
I sold a couple. I had 2 dudes come in right when we opened, which they were awesome. They didn't know each other. They were just talking outside. And then when they came in, the one guy noticed that he had left his wallet back in his office, which was like all the way his shirt in.
Oh.
And the other guy, they just discovered they had a mutual friend, so he just straight up paid for the other guy's pops. I was like,
Oh, wow, nice.
Nice.
oh my god, real people do good people do
That's
stuff like this. Oh my god.
right.
So the GameStop employee who had an awesome shirt, by the way, she proceeded to tell us a story about how 2 customers had met that morning while they were out pop hunting. And when they got to the counter, the one guy realized he didn't have his wallet. So they're like, oh crap.
Yeah.
But they kind of had a mutual friend, which they found out that day. How
Yeah.
awesome is that? And the other guy was like, you know what, man? I'll pay for it. You can just hit me up later. Who does that?
So cool.
I have 11 Stranger Things. She's the last one I had. I did have Shredder, and it looks like he's out. So yeah, those are all the ones that I have available.
Okay, we'll just take one of the Batman.
One of the Batman?
Now the 8-bit Batman. Here's one. What do people like? Do people like this? I can't wait to hear if people like the 8-bit
Yeah.
stuff because it's so different.
It's so strange. It's something that you weren't expecting,
Yeah.
and then when you get it, you're kind of like, huh.
That's Minecraft taking over
Yeah.
the world is what it is. So we're actually going to take it out of the box the first time and look at it. So we've never actually seen it. So let's take a look at it. Okay.
What does it feel like?
Well, it's heavy. That's one thing, the thing I noticed the most. That's so
oh, it
weird.
is heavy. Man, his cape is super creepy. I really like how everything, of course, is stacked upon each other and you can see the different dimensions.
Yeah, so I would say I'm going to have a love-hate with this.
I think that's how I am too.
You know, like, in a way, I love it.
the concept.
I love the concept. I almost love the look of it. In another way, I'm like, this isn't a pop. But in another way, I'm like, but it's cool enough to be a pop.
Yeah. I'm like, I love it. I hate it. I hate how it's blocky, but then I love how it's blocky because it's 8-bit, so of course it has to be blocky.
Yeah, and
I don't know.
if you guys have noticed this, but if you take a look at yours, ours actually has an eye that is pushed in and an eye that's popped out, which is
Really?
sort of strange.
Oh my
I think
gosh,
that was an
that's weird.
accident.
Yeah.
But you know, I think I like these. I will say, if done appropriately, these could be really cool. If you did like a Jason Voorhees in his video game look,
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome.
you know, things like that. Obviously, if you did it in the right way, these things could actually do really well. I think they're very heavy and hard, kind of cool, I guess. But yeah, What do you guys think? I want this in the comments. What do you guys think about these if you bought one of these 8-bit pops? So as the GameStop employee stated, good people still do exist.
Yes.
So I want you to remember that as our story continues.
Good people do still exist. Oh my god.
So up next, we head to Hot Topic, where we want the Dragon Zord, and you want the
Scrooge
Scrooge
McDuck.
McDuck swimming in gold.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Do what?
It's a long drive.
It's a very long drive.
Thank you.
How are you today?
Good, how are you?
Good.
I saw you in the glass and I thought, I've seen you a million times.
Are you out hunting today too?
I am.
What are you looking for?
Well, I'm hoping there'll be a lion and Mormont left, but I doubt it.
We've gone
Thank
to,
you.
thank you.
Thank you.
We've gone to several Barnes & Noble trying to find Batman and they're all gone.
I got one.
Did you?
They only had 4 at the Barnes & Noble I went to.
So on our way into Hot Topic, we met a fellow pop hunter named Sean, and he recognized our reflection in the door and was like, hey, I thought I recognized you guys. He was super gracious and really sweet. He even held the door open for us.
Yeah, and we just struck up a conversation like we were old friends, just like we knew each other from a
Like,
long
how
time
you doing,
ago.
buddy?
Well, you guys got a drive like
Yeah.
Yeah, bouncing all over the place.
Long drive.
I think you said last night that there was an hour between the stores that you were shopping at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
We've been in the car for almost 2 hours today.
oh, congratulations, by the way.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
I feel like I know you guys. I'm sure you get that all the time.
That's
but-
Yeah.
okay. We're
My name's Sean, by the way.
So Sean actually told us that he was out pop hunting as well, obviously, and he actually got a Chrome Batman in Barnes & Noble, and then he was on his way to FYE to get Eliana. So we just struck up a conversation, had a great talk, great guy, just an unbelievable person, and we parted ways. We were on our way to Hot Topic, and he was going to FYE.
Something y'all are looking for. Do you have the Comic Con pops in? We do. We sold a lot of them.
Out of Dragon Door too.
Again, with this day, no luck. We are struggling all over the place.
Yeah.
We are failing at every
Struggle
point.
bus.
We can't find pops. No Dragonzord. No Scrooge McDuck. None of the Halloween pops.
Nothing.
Just nothing. It's
Nothing.
awful. It's awful.
So we're just ready to throw in the towel, call it a day. The websites are sold out, everything. It's just the worst pop hunt ever.
One at the shredder.
Nah.
No luck.
Struck out.
My Leanna Mormont. You're a much bigger Batman fan than I am. When we go back out in the car, I'll give you mine.
No, you keep it.
No,
I don't want you to do that.
Say thanks to Sean in Indianapolis on the channel. I'll get a kick out of it.
How about you're in the video? Because you are right now.
Yeah, he's
nervous.
filming you right now.
Oh, okay. I don't know about that. I look kind of scruffy.
Don't worry about it. We're all scruffy.
Are you sure?
Alright, well, let's follow you.
This all the time too. And everybody loves you. We think we know you. You know.
Yeah,
Oh, thank you. That's very kind.
we appreciate it. That's awesome, actually.
It was kind of on my alternate list. There were ones that I couldn't do without, like the two from King of Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
So I did so well today. I feel like I need to share that.
So far, we found one on our list.
Yeah, it's been awful today. It's been so bad.
They had like an initial rush of like 5 people at the Hot Topic in Plainfield, and then there were like 6 Dragonzords left on the shelf after that happened, and I thought, you guys should be here. Really, I swear to God, I thought you guys should be here.
Absolutely certain.
You couldn't get the blue one. Now you gotta get the see. I know all your business.
It is kind of weird. It is kind of weird.
I know you couldn't get the blue one, and now you'll probably get the black one anyway. But now you don't even have to worry about it.
I don't know.
You have
Numbers.
secured.
There it is.
Well, thank you.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
much. It's very
Absolutely.
kind.
Yes, thank you.
welcome.
I appreciate
Good
it
to
so
see-
much.
good to see you
Thank
guys.
you.
It was nice to meet you.
Absolutely.
Good people in the world.
That's right.
There he is.
Pop community has to look out for each other, really.
That's true.
I really feel like that. I mean, in other ways we should too.
I won't forget you, Sean. That's for
Thank you
sure.
so much, Sean.
Thank
You
you.
guys take it easy.
You too. There he is, Sean. Awesome guy. What a wild pop hunt.
Sean from Indianapolis, what a guy. What a contrast to how our day started off by seeing flippers and scalpers literally taking toys from kids to a guy willing to give away his trophy pop simply because, as he stated, we need to look out after the pop community. He watches the channel and he knows I'm a big Batman fan, and instead of thinking about profits or maybe value, he thought of me as a person and me as a collector. So it may seem like we missed out on a lot of pops this year, but we gained something much more valuable than the vinyl that this Batman is made out of. A good friend and a life lesson. Once again, thank you, Sean from Indy. You are a reminder to not only us, but the viewers of what actually makes this pop hunting community so special. I just couldn't believe he was willing to do that. It was a self-sacrifice in a way. I was just so grateful and humble that he would even do that.
Right.
We always appreciate when fans come up and talk to us, and we love that.
And that's enough in and of itself.
It is enough in itself, but him willing to give this because he said that it wasn't really like a must-have for him, but it was sort of on his second
It was
list.
like a secondary list
And
for him.
yeah, and he was willing to give it away because he knew how much of a fan I was of Batman. So again, Sean, just amazing. And this pop, I really like this pop a lot. When I saw it like up in person, I was like, whoa, this is awesome. I love the chrome on it. I love how the chrome isn't actually black. It's sort of like a gray, sort of.
Yeah, it's very shiny. It's more of kind of like a metallic-y gray.
Yeah, it's super, super cool because the Bat logo in his chest is dark, black basically, and then the chrome is sort of gray. I mean, it just looks really, really cool. I love it. It's one of my favorite Batmans in my collection, I think. I was really
I think
surprised.
it's going to go right there front and center.
Yeah, I was really surprised. And what makes it go front and center for me, okay, so I'm weird. I don't know about you guys as far as collecting goes, but not only do I collect, products, pieces, whatever, I like things that have a story.
Yes.
Those are my favorite things to collect. Like, you can't see it. You will see it soon, I promise you. We have a giant 4-foot Power Ranger over here that we got from FYE with a cool story. And, we have all different kinds of things. Like the first pops we bought, pops we were given from people. Just things like that. That's what makes these pops so special. And that's what this pop is going to remind me of every time I see it. So with a newfound optimism, we were ready to go conquer New York Comic Con,
Yes.
some more pop hunting. We headed to Toys R Us, and we were actually lucky enough to grab the Superman #1. One that we did want, although the store was sold out of a lot of other things. So there wasn't a whole lot there. The vinyl figures were great, though. They were really great. Now, getting the Superman #1, he wasn't anything super special. He was just like the Legion of Collectors Superman. So you know, you're not really gonna get anything different. This is basically just a repaint. Actually, not even a repaint. It was more of just like a redecal on the chest. But being that my two biggest superheroes in DC are Batman and Superman, those are my two favorites. I want to collect everything, and this, of course, is labeled after the Superman #1 comic. So had to have it. The best thing, though, I would say, going to Toys R Us was in the parking lot right before we walked into the store.
Oh, yes!
It cleared up. It stopped raining.
Yeah, it stopped raining. We're like, all right!
And Funko put up those cereal icons on their Funko store, and we were lucky enough to get them. We actually got through and bought them.
I know, we were both on our phones like, please, God!
My favorite cereal as a kid was Lucky Charms and Frosted Flakes. I didn't really ever care for Trix, but I loved the Trix popsicles. I thought they were great. Actually, I ate a lot of Trix when I was a kid, but you know when you get older, you start to not like that flavor.
Yeah, it's like
really hardcore fruit flavor.
Sugar.
Yeah, we're getting older now. I'm like Raisin Brain. Here I come. It's coming.
And two of my favorites growing up was Lucky Charms and Cocoa Puffs, so it kind of worked out
It worked out perfectly. So we were happy to get it. It was awesome. You know, I think Sean just started something. Man.
I know,
he opened the clouds, and we're like, heck yeah, here we go.
We were going downhill, and then we meet Sean. It's like, pew!
Yeah.
Life is great now.
It was great, and we have other stories coming that are going to be great. Actually, talked to Lexus. You probably know Lexus. Well, I don't know how long you have been watching the channel or whatever, but Lexus actually helped us out before. She is out of Houston, and she had an extra Dragonzord, and I was able to buy a Dragonzord off of her. So I do have a Dragonzord, and Snape.
Yes!
We got him on a restock in the middle of the night that lasted maybe a minute at most.
I know, thank God.
And we have him coming, so overall we got everything we wanted.
Everything but Scrooge McDuck, and I think I'll take the trade-off. It's okay.
Trade-off stories, everything.
Yeah, the day turned out just perfect without Scrooge McDuck and his gold.
And we did pick up one more thing at Barnes & Noble that we didn't show you. Of course, if you didn't see our update video, we are having a baby. We're having a baby boy.
Yes!
And what that means is we gotta get ready, man. We gotta start him off as a nerd at a young age.
We have to build up his nerd cave. Baby nerd cave.
Brain? I don't know. Nerd bottle? I don't know. But Nerd Nookie.
Oh,
That's good. Oh, that's good. But anyways, so we were talking to, what do you call just an employee? She was almost like a librarian or something. It was weird.
I don't know what she was.
I don't know, yeah,
she was
just an
the
employee.
children's
But she knew a lot about books.
section.
Yeah, she knew a lot about books, and we were just asking her. We wanted like some,
and her and I were having
nerdy stuff.
all of these awesome conversations.
And we got an awesome book.
We did. It's Bedtime for Batman by Michael Dahl. Now this book is really cute. The illustrations are very bright and vibrant. And Michael Dahl does a lot of different types of children's books, and most of them are about superheroes in DC. And he has another one called Good Morning Superman. So it's really cute. We got this one. We're going to have to get Good Morning Superman as well.
Yeah, it's really, really great. And it's Batman the Animated Series art on the inside of it. $17.
$17.
$17 or something like that. So once again, support authors with real books. You know, one thing that we're losing, I think, in society in a way is everything's digital now. Understandably, not necessarily for us. We like hard copies because it stands the test of time. Sometimes
it's concrete. You can have it and hold it.
And with books are not made to be digital. You know, of course, I listen to books and everything. You know, obviously that's cool to be digital, but this is something that's going to last forever. When you're an adult, when you're an old person, when you're a kid, all the way to an adult, these are things that will exist forever. They have a story. You're going to remember them. When you're turning the pages, you're going to remember the smell. That's what makes a book great, right?
Well, definitely, especially for me because I studied reading in college and it's a big part of my life. I've always loved reading and I was a struggling reader as a child, so this really means a lot to me. And I know that he's going to have a huge, huge library because I have lots of books. He's going to love reading. I'm going to make him love reading.
And it only makes it better when it's a Batman. Alrighty, so that was our New York Comic Con hunting trip. This was one of the strangest Comic Cons that we've ever done as far as videos go.
Yes.
I know that we didn't get a lot. We couldn't just show you a lot, which was very strange to us.
Because normally we're like, we need it all.
Yeah, we need it all. But to tell you the truth, this Comic Con didn't have a lot of pops that we wanted necessarily. However, we did end up with everything we wanted. Thanks to Lexus, thanks to Sean.
Thanks to the great pop community.
It was made a great day for us.
Definitely.
It started off bad.
Definitely. Turned into Rain Man.
But yeah, I mean, it was made great when it started bad by the community. So thank you guys so much. Thank you for watching another year of our pop hunting, this time New York Comic Con. And we'll see you guys in San Diego Comic Con next year.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.